Oh, Jets fans have to be giddy. This was such a tremendous hire by Joe Douglas and the Jets. Robert Saleh, you know, he was one of the top assistant coaches, in my opinion, worthy of a head coaching job. He is super smart. He is super intense. He did a phenomenal job with that 49ers defense, built it into an elite unit. And you have to understand, this is when they had great players in San Francisco in this past year and they had all the injuries. The New York Jets have a ton of draft picks. They have a ton of cap room. I love the staff that Robert Saleh has put together. Today was a fantastic day if you are a fan of the Jets as you watch Robert Saleh get introduced as their new head coach. What an inspiring hire. And Andy Reid couched it because they're going to do that, and they're making sure they follow the protocol with Patrick Mahomes in concussion protocol. But it's another day, it's another positive sign that Pat looked good out there. He feels good. He's out there, and that's kind of a big deal here. Listen, I think that when it comes to a concussion protocol, you can never mess around, but listen, there's an expectation, and there's been a feeling all week from Andy Reid that Mahomes will be ready to go, and that means he's going to be ready to dominate because he's the greatest show in sports. And listen, he dominates in the postseason. The guy is absolutely remarkable, and that 14-2 touchdown to interception ratio is next level. Now, my biggest concern for Mahomes, and let's say he gets cleared, and I believe he's en route based upon what Andy Reid's been saying, I'm kind of concerned about the turf toe, seriously, because, you know, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense, it hasn't been the same this year when you look at it in terms of the points per game in the postseason. And then you got to factor in, obviously, the red zone offense, which has sputtered since week number 12. Look, you know that if Patrick Mahomes is out there, he's going to dominate in terms of throwing the ball to Kyrie. You know that he's going to dominate in terms of throwing the football to Travis Kelce, who's going to have a monster championship Sunday. But think about last year on Championship Sunday. Patrick Mahomes had that incredible run at the end of the first half against the Tennessee Titans. I thought that was the single biggest play of that ball game, and really at the end of the day catapulted Kansas City to victory. That's my concern with the turf toe. Whether or not we're going to see that version of Patrick Mahomes, which could really equal an upset special from the Buffalo Bills. Oh, hey, Kyrie Irving actually showed up at work, and last night marked the first time that Brooklyn's Big Three all together. And the Big Three, they are absolutely positively dreaming on offense. But the defense is going to be problematic, and we said that after the trade. And it was certainly on display, all of it last night. Defense was optional. The offense was off the charts. By the way, it equaled a loss against Cleveland. I'm not going to overreact here, okay? I still think Brooklyn's going to be able to outscore basically everyone in the Eastern Conference. Look at the shots, though, for Kyrie, okay? I want to stress this for a second. 28 shots, 37 points. Kyrie Irving is a phenomenal offensive ball player. So is Durant, who's historic, Harden the same, and KD, now he's got the Euro step going with the Rise and Fire jumper and how amazing he is on offense. These cats are going to be unstoppable on offense, but if you thought for a second that with James Harden now in Brooklyn, that Kyrie was just going to blend in with the furniture and distribute, please, there was always a 0% chance that was going to happen. Now, the defense, it's alarming. And listen, the minute that deal broke, and we talked about it on Time to Shine, we said they're going to miss Karis LeVert and they're going to miss Jared Allen. And look, Colin Sexton was absolutely on fire. He was ridiculous and hit that three right there to force the second overtime. And sometimes you tip the proverbial cap, right? You don't make a huge deal out of something as much as you say, all right, Sexton wasn't human, as the great Iron Eagle said on the Yes broadcast last night on the Yes Network in New York. But this defense is going to be troublesome all year. There's no way they get better. They currently don't have the dudes on the roster. They would have to make some kind of transaction. But listen, I think when it's all said and done, you're going to see the Brooklyn Nets outscore everyone in the Eastern Conference. This is going to be must-see TV. There's a great boomer bust quotient, which you saw all over the court in Cleveland last night. Defense optional in terms of drama, in terms of being an offensive juggernaut. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be just a tremendous, watchable team. Somebody named Nick Sirianni is apparently going to be the next head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my official analysis of this hire. It also really hits home why this opening was ranked dead last when we did a ranking of the openings here on Time to Shine, because Nick Sirianni, whatever. I mean, seriously. Nick Sirianni is the next coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, the resume is fine. It's nothing that stands out. And listen, this is a botched quarterback situation. They are in cap hell. Howie Roseman, the general manager, botched the draft last year. I mean, how do you take Rieger over Jefferson? You had a lot of folks like Brian Daboll who didn't even want to bother to interview with the Philadelphia Eagles. So, Nick Sirianni, good luck, because you have to fix Carson Wentz, and he was the worst quarterback in the NFL this past season, and he's got a bloated contract. Now, I've been a Wentz fan. No doubt about it. 2017 MVP caliber. 2019 carried the team, but whoever Nick Sirianni is gets to inherit this. Flat out mess. Bad cap situation. A lot of mistrust when it comes to Howie Roseman and the NFL draft. And listen, this is a mess. And I got to tell you, the first thing I thought of when Nick Sirianni got hired, no Eric Bieniemy? I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. How does Nick Sirianni get hired? And remember, people say, well, it's not Eric Bieniemy calling the plays, or it's not his offense in Kansas City, it's Andy Reid's. I mean, it's Frank Reich's offense in Indianapolis. I mean, come on. Eric Bieniemy should absolutely, unequivocally be a head coach. Should have been a head coach a lifetime ago. And Nick Sirianni's getting a job before Eric Bieniemy. The process is flawed. If you're a Philly fan, this is so underwhelming. I am happy that it's not Josh McDaniels. There was a thought process that he would get it because no one else wanted it, and if nothing else, he's an offensive guru. You don't want to give Josh McDaniels another crack after what happened in Indy. McDaniels does not have a great personality, so if that was the rock-bottom barometer, I mean, hey, it's not Josh McDaniels, but Nick Sirianni,
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.